Who used to shoot film? Most of you used to shoot film. Did you pick different films for shooting different things? So for example, you might have used portrait for portraits, velvet, whatever for landscapes, a whole range of different films depending upon the mood you want to create. One of the really horrible things about digital cameras is that they produce images that look the same. So what you get is very faithful renditions of a scene, but with no character at all. So it often doesn't matter what make of Canon or Sony or Nikon or anything else. They have the same kind of algorithms for balancing white balance. And you end up with these things that look very, very sterile. So this is, for me, this is kind of a good example. Again, it's taken in soft light. It's another of my daughters. Well, it's the daughter we saw previously. We're just waiting to go for a walk, and I take the picture. These are the colours. You know, it's a dull day, fairly muted colours. That is the colour of a jacket. Wouldn't have made any difference which camera I used. I get kind of the same result. So one of the things I do with post-production, and we'll be talking about this tomorrow when we talk about toning images, is how can you add in some of that character that is lost with the transition to digital. So again, if you're wanting to record faithfully what is in front of you, digital cameras are great. If you're wanting to put some sort of artistic spin onto the pictures you're taking, or you want a slightly different color response, or you want an image where the colors are going to pop, previously you would choose a different film. Now you have to do something with post-production or a filter or something else. So one of the things I do a lot is what I would call kind of neutralize the colors. So for this image, this kind of addresses virtually all the issues that people have raised, but in slightly different ways. So there's been some blur added around the edge just to get rid of kind of the extra fluffy bits. So this was the point about adding some light behind the image. It kind of looks like that's been done. The eyes are now a lot brighter. Normally with portraits, and we'll talk about this again later, you normally need to add some light to the eyes. But there's kind of a unified color palette to the image now. The colors match. So I didn't accentuate the difference between them. From a creative point of view, for me, there's no point in making her lips bright red and offsetting them against what's an unnaturally coloured coat, because then you're drawing a distinction between two things that creatively doesn't make any sense. She's wearing a padded jacket. Why is he drawing attention to that? So this was done in lab colour mode that we may talk about tomorrow afternoon. But I kind of unified the colours. So now what you see is you see her eyes, her hair. The coat's kind of there as part of the frame, and you'll see there's a bit of blur added there as well. But it's about her. So it's about removing the distractions, bringing up the eyes, unifying the colours, giving some character. And you know, that's kind of a shot anybody can take. And that's kind of something different.